Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tuning into the really interesting world of numerology.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, we're taking a close look at the number 3, its significance.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been curious about, hidden meanings in numbers, or maybe what your birth date reveals.
Or even just general spirituality, self-discovery.
Mhm.
This should be right up your alley.
Exactly. And you mentioned before this is especially relevant if your birthday is when exactly.
Right. So if you were born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of any month,
Yeah.
this deep dive should be particularly insightful.
Okay.
Our goal here really is to understand the core stuff, the characteristics, the energies that numerology links to the number 3.
Got it. So let's jump in. Numerologically speaking, who is this number 3? What's the picture?
Well, what's fascinating sort of right off the bat is this strong link to creativity and expression, a real fundamental sense of joy, too.
Joy. Interesting.
Yeah, people connected to 3, the sources suggest they often bring this spark, this enthusiasm. They kind of energize a room.
Okay, I can picture that, like natural energizers.
Exactly.
Our sources definitely seem to point towards them being artists, maybe good speakers, natural storytellers, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. That comes up a lot.
But it's not just dreaming, right? There's an action side, too, especially when, beauty or emotion gets involved.
Oh, absolutely. That's a key point. They aren't just passive dreamers. When something really moves them, something beautiful or emotionally resonant, that feeling often translates directly into doing something.
Right. Okay, so if we look at the typical personality vibes that the sources mention for number 3s, what kind of themes emerge there?
Yeah, there are some really consistent ones. Let's start with that creative and expressive side we just mentioned. It's not just one thing, though.
No, definitely not. The material we looked at shows a really wide range. It could be words, writing, or visual design, maybe music, even drama or performance.
Yeah, all of those. You know those people who just naturally doodle amazing things while they're on a call?
Yeah. Or spend ages making the perfect playlist for a mood.
Exactly. That could very well be that number 3 energy shining through. That need to express, to create something.
And does that creativity link into their general outlook? I think I saw mention of optimism.
It seems to, yes. It's described less as, putting on a brave face and more as a genuine underlying positivity. And apparently, it's quite contagious. People are drawn to that energy.
Okay, which kind of flows into the next point, them being born communicators.
Right.
The sources suggest they're good at connecting in, all sorts of ways, like crafting a great text or...
Yeah, or maybe writing a blog that really resonates. Or even holding a room when they're speaking publicly. It seems to be a natural knack for getting a message across.
And that connects to the social side too, presumably? The whole social butterfly idea?
Definitely. That term comes up. They seem to genuinely love being around people, thrive at parties, enjoy building lots of connections. Group settings seem to be where they're often happiest.
Interesting. But it's not just about being social, is it? I was a bit surprised to see problem solver in there too.
Yes, that's an important layer. It's like they have this mental quickness. They can tackle challenges using a mix of logic and that gut feeling, that intuition.
A blend.
Which ties into something else. Beneath the often lighthearted exterior, there's often real ambition, a drive.
Okay. So not just floating along.
No, not necessarily. There's often a desire for success, a determination to, work towards their goals, even if it's not always obvious on the surface.
And then, kind of underpinning all that, the sources mention warmth, honesty.
Yes, consistently. Described as kind-hearted, genuine, trustworthy, caring. It really rounds out the picture, makes them sound very approachable.
It really does paint quite a vibrant picture. But like anything, it can't all be sunshine, right? There must be potential challenges too.
Exactly. It's important to look at the whole picture. And yes, the numerological view of number 3 does include potential, let's say, less easy aspects.
Okay, like what did our sources point to?
Well, one thing that sometimes comes up is a possible internal struggle with self-image.
Really? Because they often seem so confident outwardly.
That's the interesting contrast. That outward enthusiasm might sometimes mask moments of self-doubt. It's a reminder, that surfaces don't always tell the whole story.
Makes sense. Anything else?
There's also this older numerological saying you sometimes encounter. Number 3 causes disturbance in work.
Oh, that sounds a bit concerning. What does that actually mean? Is it like they're doomed to fail at jobs?
No, not at all. It's crucial to understand the nuance there. It's not predicting failure. It's more suggesting that maybe, for some people, strongly aligned with number 3, maintaining absolute consistency. Or sticking to one single focus in their career might be more challenging at times. Their creativity, their wide interests might lead them down less sort of linear paths.
Okay, so it's not about lacking ability, but maybe their sheer range of passions could pull them in different directions sometimes, make it harder to just stick to one thing indefinitely.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That seems to be the core idea. And the solution, or perhaps the best approach, that keeps coming up in the sources, is finding work that really truly aligns with their passions, something that feeds that creative energy rather than fighting against it.
Right, so when the work itself is inspiring and engaging for them,
then those potential disturbances or feelings of being scattered are much less likely to be a major issue. The passion provides the focus.
That makes a lot of sense. So for anyone listening who's really seeing themselves in this number 3 description, the advice seems to be embrace it.
Absolutely. Embrace that vibrancy, that creativity, the desire to share. It sounds like those qualities genuinely bring light and positivity to others.
Yeah.
And always remember, numerology isn't about putting you in a box. It's a tool. It's for self-understanding, for unlocking potential.
It helps you see your own strengths and maybe navigate challenges better.
Exactly. It's about understanding your own natural inclinations.
I really liked that phrase from one of the sources, thinking of your number as understanding your soul's favorite language.
Yes, that's a lovely way to put it, isn't it? Very empowering. Less deterministic.
It really is.
And, it kind of leaves us with a thought for everyone listening, actually, whether you're a number 3 or not.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Just thinking about these themes we've discussed.
Yeah.
Creativity, expressing yourself, connecting with others. How do those play out in your life?
Regardless of your birth date number.
Right. Are there maybe areas where you could lean into those energies a bit more? Might be worth considering.
Definitely something to mull over. A great place to leave it for today.